Just share on the group for them to log into Zoom. About? Oh, really? Sorry. Yeah. Actually, I was here 2-3 years back. Last year. I'm from Pune only, but so I'm visiting with Imaticus actually. So I guess they have an in-house faculty. So I only come for a few sessions and sometimes, yeah, correct. So I usually take their online sessions, Bangalore and this thing. So this time Dharmesh just said ki, especially for analytics he wanted because BOP and all can say it's like happening. So then Okay, Gauri, Aarti, Pratiksha, are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, super, perfect. All right, so let's get going. Okay, anytime you feel that you're not able to hear me, get to my notice immediately. Right now, I'm actually following Saurabh's hotspot. Thank you for that. Right, but yes, we will soon find some solution for this as well. Okay, so a quick recap of what we did before we just went for break. Come on. Of course, minus the hazards and minus the problems which came through, the tech issues and all of that. Okay, minus that, what are the general takeaways from the previous part of the session? Any sort of introspection, any sort of takeaways?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Pratiksha.
सर मैम हमें डाउट है कि थ्रेड्स मतलब क्या, मतलब हम थ्रेड्स में क्या पॉइंट नोट करना चाहिए?
Threats. Okay, threats is basically, these are threats are external factors. Okay, what we say in in Hindi, dhoka. All right, so threats in the sense, what can be the threat for your career? That means it can be competition, right? Things which are beyond your control, okay, or very limited control. कि competition हो सकता है, या फिर अभी analytics jobs के लिए openings ही नहीं है, recession है, right? So these are certain threats which are beyond your control or very limited to your control. Okay, या फिर probably you have very limited options, right? You want to get into any company but the right opportunity abhi nahi aa rahi hai, so somewhere you may feel like compromising, right? So those are your threats. Okay, so that's what I said, the threats and opportunities are external factors. Opportunities means these are the special sub skills sessions arranged specially for you all, right? These are the opportunities which you're getting to excel in your career. या फिर what are the other projects which Marticus is giving you all, right? So all these things which are the opportunities you're getting, right? And as I said, strengths and weakness, this is from within us. What is your own personal strength which will help you to excel? What are your own qualities and weaknesses which is holding you back? Got it? So opportunities or threats पे हमारा ज़्यादा control नहीं होता, but what we can control is our strengths and weaknesses. Got it, Pratiksha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. So yes, quickly, let's have a quick takeaway from what happened in previous session, previous part of the session. Self introduction, SWOT analysis. Okay, उससे क्या पता चला? मतलब I not only the topics, but what did you introspect from those whatever we did? Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Right. Strengths and weaknesses for yourself is different, but for strengths and weaknesses for the interviewer is different. That we'll speak about it later on. Right now we are working on self. All right. Anything else? Absolutely, absolutely. Right? Daily, every day you have to do. See, anyone of you all working yet? Are you working still? No. Okay, none of you are working, and you only have 4 hours of class every day, right? Okay. Because I'm going to give you a time chart now, what we have to do in the next 1 month. All right, that will push you. Because Saurabh is like, oh my God, there's so much to do right now. Suddenly he realized, okay, we'll prepare a time chart. Okay, so that will help you to achieve everything. तो देखा जाए तो हार्डली 4 hours over here, चलो 2 घंटा एक्स्ट्रा ले लो फॉर ट्रैवलिंग, 6 घंटा. The other hours it's there with you all, right? So you have ample amount of time to, ये तो ऑनलाइन वाले हैं तो they don't have time to waste for traveling also, right? So all the more you have those 2 hours extra online, guys. Okay, so we'll have forward time chart now. Yes, Rupali, takeaways. Okay. Absolutely, absolutely. Gajanan. Okay. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, anyone else? Takeaways from the previous part of the session? Okay. Let's now go ahead and talk about the elevator pitch, which is very, very important. So I'm going to give you guidelines. All of you all, please write it down. Okay. Now, first, let's understand what is an elevator pitch. Okay, don't write right now. Let me just explain this. It's a constructed introduction pitch. It's more of a quick synopsis of your experiences. It's all about who you are, what you want to do. Basically, it gives the listener an overview of what you are exactly. All right. And it's used everywhere. It's used to build your network, land in a job, or connect with new colleagues. Elevator pitch comes in hand when interviews ask you the question, tell me about yourself. However, as I said, in elevator pitch would differ from person to person and whom you are speaking to. Got it? Right? So the overall format remains the same. Okay? Kya karna hai, it's everything about you. But you need to change it a little bit depending on आप किससे बात कर रहे हो, right? Interviewers के लिए, the way you are talking, what is your objective? You want to get to the job. So what are they expecting? The interviewers or HR interviewers are expecting that you should prove that you are the best fit for this role, right? So automatically you only have to speak about, or you have to match your strengths as to what they are looking for, right? Similarly, if you are pitching in for a client, right, your elevator pitch, what is the objective there? Yes, for selling, for convincing, right? So you need to understand their expectation. What are their expectations? And accordingly, you have to change your pitch, right? So this is very important, okay? So the base, let us see, and right now, of course, we are going to talk about the interview point of view, but always remember in business communication, whenever you communicate to anyone, be it in your emails also, be it in your speeches also, right? सामने वाले का expectation क्या है, सामने वाले का objective क्या है, what is your intention of speaking, right? Your intention is to crack the interview, your intention is to crack the deal, right? It should be more, both should be convincing. See, elevator pitch is like both should be convincing, right? So that the other person is interested, right? But क्या बोलना है, सामने वाले के interest में बोलना है, right? Always remember, speak in the interest and the benefit of the other person. This is the base for your communication. Jot down this point. Speak in the interest and benefit of the other person. Okay, only then your speeches, your presentations will be impactful. Okay, in business communication, speak in terms of the interest and benefit of the other person. Okay, this is the base for your articulation. For those who you say, मुझे बोलना नहीं आता, I'm not able to articulate my message, right? Keep this in mind, automatically you will understand, right? So when you gave self-introduction also, it was fine, okay, because you gave it to me, all right? And of course, I will try to analyze and etc. But if you're giving it to any interviewer or if you're giving it to any client, then yes, you need to focus on this, because plain and simple, unless you speak from the other person's benefit or interest, they will not listen to you. Okay? Matlab, your friend can listen to any bakwas of yours, okay? But corporate mein, no one will. That is why your message should be very, very concise. Got it? Okay. So let's now go about talking in the elevator pitch. What exactly it is? It should be just listen here first. It should not be more than 2 minutes. Okay. It focuses on IBC formula, introduction, body, and conclusion. And that goes for every presentation. Jot these points, guys. 2 minutes for an elevator pitch. Focus on IBC formula. That's why I want you all to carry the booklets. You know, ये सारे notes आप उसी में लिख सकते हो, so that you know that one book will be easy to refer. अब आप कहाँ पे लिख रहे हो and all of that. So try to get the printed version. Okay. Okay, IBC formula, introduction, body, conclusion, and yes, it needs to be brief, vision statement, persuasive, emphasis. ये मत लिखो, don't write this because I'm going to tell you exactly what to write. Emphasize on skills, goals, and belief systems. All right. So it should all focus on and around this. And when you speak about emphasizing on skills, goals, belief systems, believe me, it should be in connection to what the other person is expecting. All right. So for example, goals, what are your goals and what are the goals of the companies? That should be matching, right? So as, for example, as data analyst, your goals, I guess you said, right? Your goals is to find the issues about the businesses and help the business grow. That is matching with the goals of the organization as well, right? So this is how you have to put across, right? अगर client का कुछ और goal है, तो आपका goal उससे match होना चाहिए, right? Which is why it's very important for you to understand the other person first. Okay, that's how you will tweak your elevator pitch. All right, so let's talk about an elevator pitch. This is the format of an elevator pitch. So let us start jotting down points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you points, okay? And I'm going to allow you to think over the points right now where you jot down everything about the points which I give, right? So for example, if I tell, okay, talk about your accomplishments. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about the accomplishments likho, right? So we have a rough draft prepared in the next 15 minutes. Then you can go home and by Friday, you put it in 2 minutes and you submit it to me, right? So आपका content ready है, okay? It's just that you have to frame it properly and you have to submit to me on. आपको बोलना है ना, हाँ, so practice it ना, right? So practice it and then I will tell you what to do, right? So let's start with one by one. First is introduction. चलो लिखो. Introduction में क्या क्या आएगा? So this is a very rough format. Huh? Online guys, are you with me? This is yes, very important. Yeah, very important. Huh? If you don't understand, please ask because we have to first start working on the elevator pitch. All right. Introduction में your name, qualification. See, always remember what you speak in the first 2 lines is what they are going to grab the attention. All right. So first 2 lines may you have to speak something very impactful. All right. Basically, you have to speak about what you're doing right now. Okay. That means your qualification and maybe work experience or whatever. All right. After that, see, it's human tendency. First 2-3 sentences में जो कुछ वो सुनेंगे, that is going to be make the impact. Right. Okay. So body में, when they're listening to body, it will be like more or less okay. But introduction में what you speak, that is going to be more impactful. And conclusion में what you speak, that's going to be more impactful. Right? Okay. So introduction में your name and qualifications. Okay. When you say name, please don't say myself. That's a very wrong English. Myself so and so. Right? So you can start either by thank you for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself. This is only for the interviewers. Huh? ये client को नहीं बोलना है. Client को you can say thank you for your time. All right? Or thank you for this meeting. Right? When you start with a gratitude, it gives the other person a chance to, of course, feel good about gratitude. Finally, right? So you can start with thank you. My name is so and so. Okay. Or if he is reading your resume, as you can see, on the resume, my name is so and so. Right? So thoda sa you have to play it by the ear. Okay. Write down. My name is so and so. Now, remember you only have 2 minutes here. Please do not waste time talking about some things which are not there in the resume. Which university, 2022 pass out, ये सब है. Just talk about your qualification. I'm a commerce graduate, okay, or whatever. Only talk about your qualification, right? And you can speak where you are from. I'm from Pune, I'm from this, I'm from that. Okay, so my name is so and so, and I'm from Pune, or I'm, see why your city talks about your upbringing, your city talks about your this thing, right? How many stops we should be taking? What do you mean by stop exactly? Pauses. You see, when you are speaking in a normal pace, you don't need to take any pauses, right? You have to go slow. Okay, so try not to take any. See, what are pauses? Right pauses means you are like going slow, and you're just after every sentence you are speaking, you're taking that pause. But what is a wrong pause? Wrong pause means you're stuck with something, right? Either you don't know what to say, or you're stuck with words, thinking in Marathi and trying to speak in English. You know, there we get stuck with words, right? So if you go slow, you don't need any pauses. Got it? All right. So this on qualification. For freshers, you can say, don't say I'm a fresher. That's a fresher is a very wrong word. You can say I'm a commerce graduate, passed out last year. Right? You can just say that we are passed out last year. And if you have a job, you can say I've done my B Farm, and I have 1 year experience in the what field you need to talk about, right? Right now, don't speak about the name of the organization. That's all there in the resume, right? I have 1 year job experience in the pharma company as what? Okay, write down as what. Okay. Now the next immediate you have to write about this course, right? Currently, I'm pursuing data analytics course from Ematicus. I would suggest do not speak about your family at this moment, because you have lots to speak about yourself. All right, your tech skills, your soft skills, your goals, your vision, your everything. That is why, okay, don't try to speak about the family at present right now. You can, once they ask you, you can speak about it. All right, that's absolutely okay. Okay, so currently what you are doing now. The next part should be, why have you chosen this? All right, write down. Why have you chosen? See, that is the point. Why have you chosen this? Okay, so in the introduction, we spoke about who are you, what do you do, right? Your qualification, graduation. Now, apart from that, if you have any more qualifications, masters kiya hai and all, okay, you can write that also. Ye sab aayega aapki introduction mein, right? Someone's doing masters also, right? So graduation किस में हुआ है, masters किस में हुआ है, दोनों you have to say, okay? And currently you are pursuing this particular course at Ematicus. That's your introduction. Now the next will be, why have you chosen this? लिखो अपना अपना. Now I don't want you to write, my friend told me this, that and all, okay? Or my brother interested. You can just say ki I was inspired by something, or you can say where you were working. What you said was right. I want exactly 2 statements for this. Kya likhoge? Likho, I'm giving you a couple of minutes to think about. Tell me. You can say I was inspired by my brother who was into coding, right? And it actually caught my interest, okay? And I wanted to learn more about it, okay? Saurabh, you can also write I was inspired while listening to songs or when I was in my first year. So use these words. I was inspired, or it caught my interest, right? Write down, come on, online guys as well. Predefine answers. Rishabh, we don't have any predefined answers for why data science. We should not cross question on it. See, Rishabh, everyone has their own reasons for joining. Okay. Predefined ऐसे हो सकता है, as you said, कि someone's inspired me or something caught my interest. One, or you can also say कि being from the IT, so who's from IT or this thing, right? So IT, I would like to build on my career in terms of this, right? So what you can say is, of course, I understand what not they should cross question and all. So the safest answers what you can give is, I was kind of interested in how this works, and how have you, or you can say how did this, how you can kind of develop this skill. So like Saurabh can say that since I've been from the IT background, I know the basics of the analytics, and which is why I went on to pursue this course to know more about this, right? Or like pharma also, you can say that yes, how analytics now connect, how analytics can help in pharma field. Okay, write that down. How analytics will help in pharma field. I want you to write one sentence on that. Rishabh, can you tell me a bit about your background? See, that's why I said, guys, please tell me about your backgrounds. I can't give a generalized, okay, predefined answers. You can't have that. All of you will have a different answer. And that's why I said I'm here to help you all individually. Okay. Mechanical engineering completed. So why did you choose this? Because I need to ask you, why did you choose this, right? Okay, that's again one thing. Please don't say that, right? Growth opportunities hai, paisa bahut hai, right? Not at all. It is an interesting field, right? And you can also say that it's very interesting to see how analytics is helping every business grow, right? This is the safest answer. Likh do. Okay. So, Rishabh, if I may ask you, why did you join this course? Okay. Now the next, ये हो गया, why have you chosen? Okay, ये हो गया one statement में. हाँ. Okay, so Rishabh, obviously that should not be your answer for better job opportunities. All right. You can write something like this, or as I said, you were inspired. So आप ये बोल सकते हो. After this point, you should write how will your skill sets or your qualification, Nico, how will your skill sets or qualification help you? How will your skills and qualifications or interest help you excel in this career? Online guys, are you with me? Write these down. See, that means I'm giving you these points. Plus, I want you all to write this also. ये सब आपका रफ वर्क है, आप घर पे जाके any which ways you want to frame it properly. Okay, I want you to write at least one statement on this. ये क्वेश्चन पे one statement लिखना है आपको. So as again example for Saurabh, since he already has an IT background, this was, you can say, and it also interested me. So I'm well off with my technical skills, which will again help me to excel in this field. All right. Basic understanding. Yes. So our foundation is already done. All right. Is it okay to lie about something? Rishabh, if you are confident enough, only then, because be prepared to answer anything they might ask. Because फिर क्या होता है ना, एक झूठ के ऊपर दूसरा झूठ होता है, right? HR interviews में कैसे होता है? Usually they will ask questions on what answers you give. So if you lie, they will ask questions on that, and then you will have to lie, right? Okay. Okay. Specifically, if you're talking about pharma, you can always say, now suppose, okay, you may have opportunities, say for example, pharma mein nahi, agar you get it in e-commerce, right? Of course, if you try in pharma, nothing like it, but if you're getting in e-commerce, again, what you can do is, of course, you can speak about how your experience and your qualification or your learnings from this will help you even in the e-commerce field, right? See, what is happening is, let me tell you, the job opportunities, what you might get is not only in one sector. Analytics is everywhere. Tourism, sports, IT, bank, everywhere, right? So you never know where, but what is going to happen is, of course, a little bit of domain knowledge will always help. Okay. So that's why if you guys are from botany, chemistry, this background, again, pharma may, or in some sort of these microbiology or this thing and all, right? Biotech technology and all. So you have opportunities there as well. So what they also do is, the recruiters, they also see if you have the basic domain knowledge, right? A lot of our finance guys also do analytics, so that they get into these banks because domain knowledge. E-commerce के लिए ऐसा कुछ domain knowledge नहीं लगता, but yeah, I mean, someone who's done supply chain, those people can go into e-commerce, analytics and supply chain. So analytics nowadays is a combination of these domain plus this, and that's why it is getting enhanced, and that's why there are greater opportunities, right? So try to combine it with your domain knowledge. IT solutions, so definitely IT with this thing to it always is okay. Engineering, not exactly civil, but yeah, engineering may also a lot of analytics required, because again, tech basis to hai thoda, right? Mechanical engineering. So again, you have the basics of technology. Engineering, say analytical skills also are developed, right? So that, yes, that is also something which you can. So you can say that, yes, my engineering, don't focus on civil, but speak on my engineering degree will has helped me understand this better, right? So since I have the basis of analytical and technical skills via engineering, this is helping me. So what you are trying to prove here is how you are able to excel in this particular career which you have chosen, right? So ye aap bata rahe ho. Got it? Okay, so I want you to write that one sentence on this answer. Okay, now we're talking about the body. Okay, now body, what you have to write is all about your skills. Okay, rather the body started when we started writing about why we chose this. वहां से आपकी body starts. Why we chose this? How will your qualification and skills help you to be better? Okay. Okay. After that, what you can write is, yeah, skill sets. You can talk a bit about what you've been learning here, right? Very brief about the technical skills. So in this particular course, okay, I have enhanced my technical skills on, say, whatever, machine learning, etc. Write down technical skills ke baare mein in this course, right? Don't elaborate more. about so and so. Also done a couple of projects. Okay. Now again, over here project के बारे में कितनी बात करनी है? Rishabh, are you from Pune? Rishabh is from Pune. It's an online batch. Offline he comes here, na? Rishabh, Friday onwards you come to the class. I will answer all your questions, right? Because right now this question is a bit too far from the elevator pitch at the moment. Okay. All right. So what I was talking about. हाँ, project के बारे में कितनी बात करनी है? You spoke about technical skills, right? So this is what I have learned. या फिर you speak about what interests you more, or you know what what do you say? Yeah, about the of course in this course we have learned about the machine learning algorithms. However, linear regression is one of my favorite, or I'm expert in that, or you know, I'm more interested in that. You can talk about that. Okay, थोड़ा सा ये आप बोल सकते हो. Dana, sorry. नहीं. Project के बारे में they will ask you next question. That's when you elaborate. Right now you only have to, in this question you only have to give them a gist. See, remember, elevator pitch में you have to make them curious, right? As to what questions they may ask you later, right? So you want them to ask about this course. थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में बताओ, right? सब थोड़ा. You have only 2 minutes, right? Okay, so I've done a couple of projects here, or right now I'm working on this project. Okay, don't talk about the problem statement. ये वो, remember, सामने वाला what is he interested in? Neeraj, when you said about the bank, this and I'm not interested. I am interested in what was the outcome, right? Okay, so I worked on this project where the outcome was so and so, right? Maybe just a brief you can give. Worked on a project was about the bank and this thing, and the outcome was, of course, I want you to speak about what did you learn, right? My learnings from this project was, of course, team skills, problem solving. See, these are the things which are not there in the resume. Okay, your learnings, team skills, problem solving, right? Project के बारे में बहुत कम बोलना है, right? Very this thing, very short. What was the project? Tell me, just give me. Yeah, and what you were supposed to find? Okay, so the project was about choosing the best player for the next year. That's it. What was that? No, the algorithm which I used was okay. Yeah, and the outcome was ranking. That's it, right? Itna hi. See, you're just kind of making them curious about it. Tell me more about it, right? That will be the next question, right? So just what do you have to find out? And yes, the outcome was we had to find out the ranking. That's it. Maybe you don't even talk about the tools right now. You can speak just what was it about and what was the outcome. Speak about your learnings. So my learnings was so and so. ये सब body में आ रहा है आपका. Okay. All right. Next is about, okay, Neeraj, what you can write is before this, before you speak about why you chose and all, right? I want you to speak a bit about your work experience also. What were your learnings there? So maybe even before you speak about why you chose this, okay, after your, what was, where's the introduction ends? About your qualification and, yeah, so when I was working in so and so, these were my learnings. Okay, speak first. You have to speak positive about it, right? I began my career with so and so, and these were my learnings. And then when you saw that, there was a gap between. So in fact, what will happen is you are also speaking about your learnings, and that is also adding to the flow of why you chose this, right? So that will be a good flow. So I also know about what were your learnings, or maybe what was your role. So this was my role. Role again in very brief, because it's already there in the resume. Okay, these were my learnings, and this is what the gap which I found out, which led me to enroll myself in this particular course, right? Okay, so ये आपका flow हो जाएगा. So you need to add one line there before the why you chose that. Okay, your learnings about this. Okay, so we've reached here. All right. Now, once you are doing this, now after that, talk about your strengths, soft skills. Okay, so about after your projects and all, okay, my strengths are, or talking about my strengths. Now remember, these strengths should be aligned with your analytics, this thing, right? What can you write? Write down there, strengths aligned with analytics profile. Online guys, any questions, please ask. This is very important. I want you to prepare this by Friday, so that at least give me a couple of days to check. Okay, क्या हो सकते हैं strengths? Aligned communication skills. Okay. Creative thinking, problem solving, but always remember, whatever you write, you will be asked questions on that. Tell me how creative you are. Give me an example of your creative thinking. Ab batao. I'll tell you how to. There is a STAR model, which how we need to answer the situation question, right? I'll tell that later on. But yes, remember that. Jo kuch aap bologe, we will ask you, right? What are the strengths? Critical thinking, problem solving. Likho, I'm good with problem solving. That is one of the important. Okay. What else? I'm good with communication. All right. What else you can write down? Now, ये सब हो गया आपका body में. Now, conclusion में you have to write bit about that. Now, that vision statement and all, that's I leave it up to you. The vision statement you can either write in your introduction, like what are you looking for? Okay, what is your vision? Generally, people say ki, I'm very passionate about so and so, right? Or for example, I'm very passionate about understanding how the businesses work and how I can be a part of their improvement, right? So ऐसे कुछ आप vision लिख सकते हो. So just write in the introduction part, if at all you wish to have any vision, that I leave completely up to you all. All right? Introduction towards the end, before you start with the message or why you chose this. इसके पहले आएगा vision. Okay, but that's again optional. I leave it up to you. On Google आपको better vision मिलेगा तो लिखो. Right? Like my vision is, I always would strive for guiding my students to that place. So some sort of vision. That is why I built up a lot of say the what do you say, the modules to help them excel. So something like that. So vision aapka kya hai? That's completely up to you. One statement. Okay, that's optional. Okay. Now towards the end, conclusion may we have to write about our belief systems and goals. What are you looking for? Right? I always believe, or you can always say ki I what as analytics, what you can do. concrete solutions for businesses to prosper. Or, you can also say something like this. See, again, it's going to be different for everyone. What you can also say is nowadays a lot of startups are coming up, and the government has given a lot of subsidies for startups, right? But most startups fail because the business is not. So so my vision is also that I can help these startups understand. Provided, again, when you talk about startups, सामने वाली company startup होनी चाहिए. That is also there. Or ऐसा भी होता है that there are companies who fund these startups, right? So again, your goals or your belief system should be in connect with this thing. Or plainly, what you can just say is, so I'm looking for, or in my growth now, I heard about all of y'all. What did you speak? In the best company, reputed company. What else? Someone said, I want to work as a big data scientist in MNC. Sorry, boss, these are not your goals, right? If you speak this in front of the interviewers, what will happen? A reputed company, सामने वाला सोचने लगेगा, मेरी company reputed है या नहीं? So these are the words not to be used at all, right? When you speak about your goals, you can only say that my goal is to find the solutions for all the business problems, help them grow, increase their profits, minimize their losses, right? And that is something which I am passionate about. That is something which I am, looking forward to. ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, right? So that will be your goal. Excelling in this career or growing in this field. Safest is, right, growing in this field. Just jot down these points, then you can frame it later on. Okay, I'm looking forward to growing in this field. Or I'm looking forward to working in an organization like yours, where I can be a part of the problem solving, or what do you say, the progressing the business by eliminating the solutions or something like that, right? That's data analytics. Okay. So ये आपके goals या belief system मतलब क्या कि I believe that the right kind of technology, right, which, or and of course my strengths or my skill sets, I believe with my skill sets and what you can say, will definitely help to identify the issues, problems, and help companies prosper, right? So always use words like believe, I believe. Don't use words like I hope, I try, I guess, I think, right? Never use such words like I'll try my level best. Okay? Yes, belief, that's our belief systems. So goals and belief systems आपके conclusion में आएगा, right? What are you looking for, right? Got it, everyone? So this will be your elevator pitch, and as I said, you can also write something like this, you're looking for some challenges to work upon. Okay, ऐसे आप लिख सकते हो. How you can be an asset to the organization, right? At the end you can write, but say right now I just want you to prepare a general elevator pitch as data analyst. But yes, when we are going in for specific companies interviews, you need to tweak a little bit about that also. So for example, if you're actually going into a pharma, this thing, you can speak a bit about the pharma domain also. If you're getting into IT, or if you're getting into e-commerce, right? E-commerce me, you can also say that little bit about supply chain. I know the basics of supply chain, or the analytics, how it works in supply chain. So thoda sa you can add one liner to that, which is connecting to the job profile and the organization, right? But that will be later. Right now, I just want you to focus on this. Got it? No. Never ever write weakness over here. Never ever. Right? Introduction may never, because it gives a negative impact. Right? Huh. When he asks about weakness, there is a way. See, in the interview session, I'm going to tell you all each question when he asks, right? Jo frequently asked questions, jo hote, where you see yourself after 5 years, blah, blah, blah. There is a purpose behind it. क्यों पूछते हैं? Weakness also क्यों पूछते हैं? Situation also क्यों पूछते हैं? Right? Once you know the purpose, you will be able to know how to answer. Right? Like for example, situation-based questions also. Tell me a time where you showcased your creative thinking skills. Right? How much to say, what is expected. There is a flow, right? Fit everything into that. Okay, so I'll be guiding you. So now that the question has come up, so I'll just answer this over here. When you talk about weakness, or rather when they ask you about weaknesses, that means they want you to tell about some shortcomings of you all, okay, where you're aware about, and how you are overcoming that. Basically, they want to check your problem solving abilities. Right? ये मेरा weakness है, right? That maybe I'm not able to say no, or sometimes you can showcase your strength as a weakness. I have too much attention to detail, because of which it stresses me out and thoda sa mera time management goes for a toss, right? However, I am working on my own order of business, prioritizing, okay, and my time management. Okay, that is what is important. Got it? So now that's why I said they don't want your to know about your personality flaws. That's why I said overthinking, and all, you know. But if you're able to say overthinking, yes, I have a problem of overthinking. You can put it as a strength. I overthink karta hu, but yes, it just stresses me because I want to kind of understand the entire. I go deep down to that particular understanding that problem statement, right? Because of it, sometimes it stresses me out. So, however, I am working on that. So, always end that answer with a positive statement. Yahi hai, they want to check your problem solving ability, which is why don't say your weakness, which will backfire. I'm weak in public speaking, I'm weak in communication. That will go against you, isn't it? Got it? कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में कुछ मत बोलो राइट नाउ. इवन ट्रस्ट इश्यूज ये वो बिल्कुल नहीं, राइट? दोस आर योर पर्सनल वीकनेसेस यार, कम ऑन, राइट? You know now why the interviewer are asking you. Okay, they are not interested in your flaws. The reason they ask this question is just to check your problem solving abilities. One of you all can say, oh, I have a tendency to procrastinate. However, I am working on my time management and prioritization, right? Always give the solution. Or you can talk about the past weakness. Earlier, I had a stage fear or public speaking, but I focused on, I took the initiative of giving class presentations, and that's how I could overcome that. Problem solving abilities, that's what they want to check. Got it? Right, so this of course we'll discuss later in the later classes, right? But right now I hope I'm clear with the elevator pitch. Okay, so the points which I have given you all and what you have also written, frame it. Okay, and on Friday I want everyone to give me either write on a piece of paper, or if you're ready with your booklet spiral bound, you can hand over the booklets to me, because on Friday I need to check your elevator pitches. If at all any mistakes, I will ask you to correct it, because the next step for that will be your video presentation on that. All right. Okay. The following week, I want all of you all to submit me the video presentations on your elevator pitches. Okay. So that's why I wanted on Friday itself. Okay. Guys, as I said, please cooperate, because I have limited time with you all and many things to do with you all. All right. Right from English, right from, the business communication, emails, everything. Okay, so that's why please cooperate. So this, please give it to me on Friday. If at all you're not able to Xerox, write it on a piece of paper, doesn't matter, right? But as I said, when you're writing, please make sure कि ये 2 minute का हो रहा है. 10 seconds here and there, it's absolutely okay. Okay, but otherwise don't make it too long. All right, so yes, this was about the elevator pitch. Any questions on this? Because this is something which of course we need to start. Okay, let's go ahead. Campus to corporate, these are few slides I'm just taking you through. Basically, this is something for you to understand. Sorry. How you have to mentally prepare yourself. See, it's not only about soft skills, right? But it's about a lot of other things, especially for freshers. Neeraj, you may be aware about these things. You know, according to the quality of work-life organizational performance research, 5 elements of corporate work-life are: you need to have job satisfaction, right? You need to be motivated. Productivity is a must. Analyst guys, right? आपके लिए तो productivity चाहिए ही चाहिए, because you are the problem solvers of the organizations, right? Health is important because long working hours, lot of stress, overthinking से आपका दिमाग का दही हो जाएगा, right? And job security. That is again up to y'all how you perform. Safety and well-being, right? That is why, see, why we need to understand all these, because when you're choosing your first job, you need to identify the company very well. Well-established company will have all of this. कोई startup है, ये है, वो है. You know, a lot of companies, in fact, they revamped, they rescheduled, they revisited their entire organization goals and positions during COVID, right? बहुत companies में से उथल-पुथल ये हो गई थी, you know, because they really kind of restructured their entire organization. So that's why these points had gone for a toss. A lot of employees had to face this. All right. So which is why, of course, it also consists of a safe working environment, occupational healthcare, appropriate work time, appropriate salary, right? But again, as I said, these are not in your hands. These can be your threats, right? Something which you cannot do much about, but that's why what is in your hands is to perform better so that you get a well-established organization which will cover all of this. Right? आपके हाथ में यही है. Okay. Going ahead, someone said work-life balance, Mahesh, right? You need to have a work-life balance, definitely. In fact, a lot of HR guys nowadays, they ask you questions on work-life balance because they found out that a person who just works, you know, someone who's very workaholic, right, is not able to balance other things. And not only family, but his own health, his own hobbies, right? In fact, they're looking for people who balance out everything, right? So that's why they might ask you about your hobbies also. What are your hobbies? How are you pursuing them? What is your personal goal which you achieved? So ऐसे सवाल पूछेंगे just to check, are you also living your life? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए or just this, because what will happen is, if you are only focused on that, see, over the years, I mean, I'm also into HR, so we understand psychologists more or less. A person who is only into work, okay, he is not able to handle the other stuff, and which is why what will happen is he is not able to perform better, right? Because any issues which happen in the, see, he will be perfect in his work, but uska jo mental ye hota hai, emotional intelligence, what I say, controlling of emotions, right? He's not, because he's not able to handle the other challenges or other relations. Okay. See, even in work life also, you need to maintain relations with so many people. Clients hai, suppliers hai, vendors hai, peers hai, bosses, subordinates, right? So obviously with your family members, friends, you know, so every relation, how are you interpersonal skills with everyone, right? That is why. So there are some challenges, of course, you will feel is unrealistic demands, unsupportive relationships. You are told to work with someone whom you are not comfortable with. His working style will be different, but you have no choice. So again, but this is what you will face, guys. Yes, these are the threats. Again, very limited under your control, right? Lack of resources. Boss, itna hi milega, kar lo, right? You can't have everything. I want this. No way, right? You have to find out on your own. Okay? Unhelpful attitude. A lot of freshers are welcomed with this. A lot of absolutely. When when they say, okay, we are going to give you trainings, suddenly a fresher comes and he's lost completely, right? So how do you make yourself comfortable, right? These are the threats. No skills. That's why develop yourself, very important. In fact, nowadays, what is the HR demanding? Someone who has variety of skills will get better placements. Right? Pehle hamare time pe tha, oh, we need to be niche, this, that, and all. No way. Gone are the days. That's why engineering, analytics, ye, wo, blah, blah, digital marketing, etc., etc., etc. Jo kuch hai karo related to your this thing. High stress levels, ये तो सभी जगह है, right? Jot these down, and I want you to think about how you are going to deal with this. In our subsequent sessions, we will discuss this and the realistic demands. Your clients may ask you for any damn thing. आप एनालिटिक्स वाले हो ना, ये करो, वो करो, and you need to try to explain it to them कि boss, we cannot do this, negotiating बोलो या फिर again. So see, these are all the solutions. They will ask you for something which may be beyond your control. Basically, इसका यही solution है is communication, right? All these threats, as I said, the solution is how you communicate. Online guys, are you with me? Any doubts, any questions? All good, guys? Aarti, Gauri, Pratiksha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, as I said, any challenges, any threats, the basic is, or the solution is communication. Unrealistic demands, as Saurabh said, yes, you need to make the other person understand, negotiate. Unsupportive relationships, be very professional in your communication. Kaam se kaam lena hai, right? Lack of resources, try to again communicate with people कि this is what you want, ask. Okay, अगर नहीं मिल रहा है, try some other जुगाड़. I mean, Indians are great at that, right? Okay, so kahin se bhi resources le lo, that's where your critical thinking lies. Unhelpful attitude, if you don't get any help from anyone, okay, you need to help yourself. You have Google, you have your own technical skills, etc. Develop your own skills. High stress levels. That's why I said more and more you listen to podcasts. I'm going to talk a bit about LinkedIn also, right? So much information you get nowadays from LinkedIn as well, right? So you have to kind of overcome this, and ye kahan se aayega? Only if you are motivated. These things should not pull you down. All right, very important. Sorry. So as I said, successful transition, streamlined onboarding, position specific process, weekly touch point, having SOPs, delegation of tasks to various team members. However, these are just the strategies. Not all organizations may use this, right? But you can use this for certain things, right? These are again solutions and strategies which will help you overcome your work life, right? That's completely up to you all, right? So that is why I'm just giving you all an insight of what is out there. A lot of challenges, a lot of threats, right? As I said, threats are external factors, right? Neeraj can tell us a bit more about what is out there. Little more challenges and threats if you can add on. Absolutely. What else?
And the production stop and we have to demand like
Electricity. See again, threats are there, technical issues, right? What else? And they don't follow it. Follow.
the client demands and get different SOPs for that.
Okay. Okay. What are the other challenges which you think you may have? I mean, I'm sure fresher especially, कुछ तो दिमाग में होगा ना, इसका सुना है, उसका सुना है. What else challenges you may have? Politics. Hey, what does politics as per you? Foul games, mind games. Hmm.
दो लोग हैं तो जिसका मैनेजर के साथ अच्छे रिलेशन है जिनको काम नहीं करता फिर भी वो उस पोजीशन पे दूसरा जो दिन भर काम करता है लेकिन उसका कम्युनिकेशन है इतना नहीं हो पाता मैनेजर से मतलब इतना रिलेशन नहीं तो उसको फिर प्रॉब्लम फेस करना पड़ता है उसको और वर्कलोड देते हैं या फिर उसको लीव चाहिए छुट्टी चाहिए तो नहीं देते.
Okay. Any solutions you can find out? Politics is of course favoritism, yeah, and all. But there's also a reason why it generally happens, right? If you think politics positively, but I'm just giving you a different perspective to think about politics. Don't you think that is also a skill when you speak to people, or we can say buttering, whatever, right? Of course, buttering is a very high level this thing, but don't you think that is also a skill which not everyone can do it, right? But ठीक है, हमें buttering तक नहीं जाना है, but we can always have a professional communication. Okay? काम से काम मत रखना है. Good morning, or as you said कि अगर communication नहीं हो पा रहा, right? You can request for a quick meeting, or probably what generally the manager is there early morning. You can have some kuch bahana karke you can just have a quick meeting with him, right? So is it a good time to speak? Just need to give you an update about so and so, right? So either a mail karo, see what happens is politics is all about communication, the way you look at it, right? How you maintain interpersonal relations, just a wider perspective, right? See, finally what happens, your work performance comes later, but how you communicate and maintain relations with everyone, that's what matters. Got it? Right? Okay, politics, what else? But I'm sure you must have thought about something. Online guys, what do you think are the challenges you have thought about which may come through in your career? Which one?
Competition.
Sorry, yes, Pratiksha?
Competition.
Competition, of course. Competition to hey, it's there everywhere, even in even during interviews also. So just what you have to do is give your best, showcase how you are performing, right? What else? Negativity. Yes. Again, negativity. What else? How will you overcome negativity? Be positive. As simple. Right? See, positive also, it's how you think, your perception. Right? It all begins with your thought. If I give you an example, suppose if you have to climb a mountain, right, and it's very rocky. If your thoughts are positive, how will you feel? You feel like climbing it, right? And that's going to be reflected in your actions. You are going to start climbing. But if your thoughts are negative, how will we feel? Fearful, demotivated, and you're going to run back home, right? And what we as humans do, we blame the situation. The mountain was too big. Otherwise, I would have definitely climbed it, right? So it all depends on our thoughts. If you view politics negatively, it's completely up to you. Try to understand why he's getting favored, right? Is it the communication? Is it my work performance, right? Is it something? कुछ bosses का ये भी होता है, ego satisfaction, right? Boss थोड़ा हमें एक level down करके अगर उसका ego satisfy हो रहा है, why not, right? But again, it's not a buttering level, but be appreciative about things, right? That's how you maintain your interpersonal relations, right? Nice to see you today, or it's a lovely weather today. You know, something how you connect with your boss, right? Oh, we had an amazing time yesterday, right? Something when you start positive, सामने वाले को भी he feels good about it, right? So exchange pleasantries, right? Smile. So these are the basics of rapport building network, right? So this is how, but this all again comes in your soft skills. How are you communicating, right? You need to, as an analyst, you need to be very approachable because your client should be opening up with you, right? If you don't understand what they are looking for, there will be a gap. And you're working on that project, you may reach halfway, and then they come up with something where you have to change the entire project midstream. Finished. Hota hai aise. Of course, I've seen so many clients doing that, right? Then what? So proactively you have to take decisions. Ki boss, at every stage you have to keep the client in the loop. This is what, you know, this is step one which is completed. I hope this is correct. Any changes you want, any issue, you know, so time and again, timely you keep them in loop. So it's all about communication, guys. All about communication. Believe me, you will be able to overcome every issue with the proper communication, right? Of course, as and when we go ahead, we'll actually understand the various situations. Okay. So yes, as of now, what we need to first focus on, of course, is mentally prepare yourself that these may be the corporate challenges. Okay, doesn't matter, but I need to communicate. There will be a change in your routine. There will be a change in your role, right? As a student, you will be a professional, right? You have to behave, you have to dress up as per the corporate norms. Okay, so you just kind of mentally prepare yourself कि ये सब होने वाला है. All right, and how I'm going to keep it properly is about good communication, and of course my work performance should be perfect. All right, so why I'm telling you this, because again, this will, you know, you might take a bit of time to overcome and find the solutions, right? So don't worry about anything, and when you're saying, okay, my communication is weak, blah blah blah, we are working upon it. Right, got it? Super. So yes, let me now give you your homework before we wrap up the session. Now, please write this down. First, of course, you have to give me your elevator pitches by Friday at any cost. All right, because that's the place. Either, as I said, if you can get your workbooks printed and spiral bound, you can leave them here. I can give you. Or no, I would still prefer you give me your elevator pitch on a piece of paper, because on Friday I will be giving you homework in your workbook itself. वो जो grammar part है ना, वो आपको complete करना है, right? So you can start working on that. So I would prefer if you give me and online students, what I'll do is I'll share my email ID with you all. All right. So you can mail me your this thing, elevator pitches. I'll ask Utkarsha to send it on the group. Okay, that's one. Secondly, please try to attend these sessions, okay, as much as possible, right? Because as I said, a lot of homework and classwork we'll be doing. Okay, so please do not miss on that. All right. So that's one. Okay. So that's one of your homeworks today. Elevator pitch till Friday. Okay. One more thing I want you to do is write down these topics. Write down these topics. Data analysis, data mining. Online students, I hope you are also writing. Write down these topics: data analysis, data mining, data profiling, outliers. Collaborative filtering. ये सब हुआ है क्या आपका? टाइम हो गया है ना? All these topics are covered ना? Time series analysis हो गया है? Clustering algorithms. Pivot table. Pivot table. ये भी हो गया? Okay. Okay, so these are the topics: data analysis, data mining, data profiling, outliers, collaborative filtering, time series analysis, clustering algorithms, and pivot table. What I want you to do is prepare a short speech on any 5 of these topics. Write down, prepare speech on any 5 of these topics. A 2-minute speech. Okay, a 2-minute speech. What all you have to include in that speech, Likho? What all you have to include? Start with the intro, introduction or concept or definition. Okay, introduction, concept or definition. Second point, reason out or elaborate, or how and where it is used. Next is types, if any. Next is functions or benefits. Last is example. Okay, so 2 to 3 minutes may prepare any 5 out of these topics. All right. And on Friday, I will ask any of you all on any topic. All right. And you just have to speak. You can prepare a speech, you can jot down points, but when you speak on Friday, try not to refer to the points. If you want to refer, most welcome, but try not to refer to the points. This will be the flow. Now, when you're saying, I don't know exactly what to say, this will help you to formulate your speech. Okay, this is very important. Then next week, we also have a storytelling presentations on how do we kind of, so that will help you in your articulation. When you say कि आपको क्या बोलना है, कैसे बोलना है, let's start with this first. Okay, choose any 5 topics or maybe any 3, absolutely up to you all. All right, but this should be included 2 to 3 minutes. And who is your audience? Me. I don't know anything about the technicalities, right? So you have to explain it to me. Got it? So ऐसा आप speech build करो. So a person who doesn't know the technical stuff, what you're learning, how you're going to explain that person. Okay. Now the purpose of this exercise is 2 reasons. One, of course, this will help you in articulation, that if at all you are being told in interviews or anywhere, tell me about this. Okay, these points will help you to structure your message, one. And since you are telling this to me, I'm from a non-tech background, right? This will also help you to, enhance that part of communication, the way you will speak to the clients. Your clients also will be from non-tech, never know, right? You cannot speak to them as if assuming that unko to sabhi pata hai. Sir, we have to work on the linear regression, blah, 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 etc. Right? That is not what we have to do. So how will you simplify and tell me this? Right? So any 3 to 5, whatever, eventually you have to do all. Okay? वो तो आपको करना ही है, right? And just to share the last activity, which is your time chart, right? I'm just sharing the time chart with you all. Time chart also you will have it in your this one. So this workbook, as I said, I want you to take a printout and spiral bind this one, so that it will be easy for me to check. This is the workbook. Okay, this also you can do if you want. Okay, we did it today. This is the time chart. Okay, now in this time chart, what I want now, this again you prepare, but every day what I want you to do is, okay, soft skills mein, whatever homework I give you, that has to be completed one. Apart from this, target every week 2 videos about yourself. Okay, videos mein kya, again, and this of course you have to give me also, right? But target 2 videos. So these topics which I have given you all, right? Now on Friday, I'm going to ask randomly. Okay, that will also help me to check where you stand in your communication. That's one. All right. But at the same time, pick up any topics like this and make self videos. Right. This will also help you to. Okay. So if possible, you can start that from today itself. Right. When you make these speeches, now we have amazing cameras, mobile cameras. Okay. Keep it in front and speak out at least for 2 to 3 minutes, right? So every week, at least I want 2 videos, choose your topics or elevator pitch, next week, right? But target every 2 this thing. As I said, just give 1 hour, 1.5 hours every day to soft skills. That will be more than enough, all right? The homework which I give and the videos, okay? And then accordingly plan your other technical stuff also. Okay, so that's why I want you to take a printout of this particular time chart, right? So that every week we will monitor what all you have to. So probably Friday, starting this Friday, we will see, okay, next week hame kya karna hai. So by next Friday, where do we need to reach, right? And we will plan it out accordingly. Got it? Next week also we have emails, business writing, right? So I'll be giving exercises on that as well. Okay. But yes, otherwise, till that time, what you have to do. So we plan according to this. Plus, as I said, you can plan as per your tech skills as well. Okay. Got it? So yes, on Friday, I want all of you all to first be present in the class. Right? That's one. See guys, again, let me tell you, if you don't attend, that's going to be your loss. Okay. If I am taking efforts, equal efforts is required from your side also, right? Believe me, it's not going to be easy for me. Harek ka video dekho, to point out your areas of improvements, to make you this thing, to check your workbooks. I'm taking effort. I'll have to stay back and take the effort. So please do that yourself as well, right? That's one. We'll have a lot of class presentations also. Please come and make mistakes here. I'm giving you a platform to make mistakes here, so that you'll be perfect out there, right? That's one. So Friday, 2 things, 3 things. What you have to do is first take the printout of all the 60 pages, spiral bind it, and on a piece of paper, I want your elevator pitches. Okay, so I can check that, right? And prepare at least 3 to 4 whatever speeches, because I can ask random. right? You speak about outliers, you speak about this, right? So at least, be prepared for 4 to 5 topics on the flow, which I have told you all. If possible, at least make one video of the speech you are preparing. Okay, I'll tell you next week where to upload those videos also, so that I can check that, right? But this video on Friday, I want you to do it for practice. Okay, got it everyone? What else? Let me reiterate. क्या करना है आपको? Prepare your elevator pitch on a piece of paper, write it and submit to me on Friday. Take a printout of this and prepare any 3 to 5 topics on the topics I'm giving you all in that flow. One video recording of any topic, all right? And try to come here and attend the class, right? That's very important. Of course, couple of you all will be there online. And sharp at 9 o'clock, please. Okay, that's again very important. All right. Yes. So before going ahead, quickly, let me just kind of find your attendance. I'm just seeing who all are present here. Online में कौन present है? We have Aarti, Karthik, Pratiksha Sanas, Pratiksha Goel. And guys, remember the last this thing I have with me, kisko bhejna interviews mein and kisko nahi, right? So your attendance, your improvement, okay, everything I have to see how you're doing your homework, right? Because I guess 30th, 31st, 30th, whatever that Friday is, right? I will be having one-on-one HR mocks with each one of y'all, right? And only then I will see how you have improved and I will pass on your names. Okay. And as I said, don't worry about complete nahi hua and all. Doesn't matter. Earlier also, there were students who got their placements even before the course was ended. Right? So don't worry about that. Okay. We tell them about what exactly until what you have learned. That's absolutely okay. Okay, so we also make the time chart on Friday. Next week tak kya kya karna hai, you also see what all we have to do. All right, so just sign your attendance and you can leave. All right, chalo, thank you very much online students, and as I said, maximum if at all you can attend the sessions here. I'm having Wednesday and Friday 9 to 1 with you all till the end of this month, so please do not stay absent, because that's completely for your benefit, guys. All right, so thank you, Shrikant. Shrikant, I guess you joined later, so make sure that you join. Either you come to the institute on Friday. Others, please join, and I'll make sure that the right ID is being given and the Zoom meeting will be there, right? So don't worry about that. So thank you, Aarti, Pratiksha, both Pratiksha, Gauri, Shrikant. I'll see you on Friday sharp at 9 o'clock, ideally in the session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.